ask questions. And I'm just recording this so that it is a replay for anyone that has missed it. So if you can hear me, let me just. Ah, great. Thank you. Okay, so welcome to tonight's session. Sorry, just letting the last few people in, and then we can get going. I think we all are. Oh, there's more people. Okay, I think that's everyone in now. Okay, so while we're waiting for everybody to join us and come in, maybe you can all pop in the message box where you are tuning in from. I am tuning in from the Eastern Cape in South Africa. Where are you guys all from? Let's see. Durban, Mother City, Durban, Joburg, Durban. Wow, there's lots of Durban people tonight. Durban, Midrand, Joburg, Durban, Port Shepstone, Joburg, Trinidad. Yeah, they're nice. Pretoria, Lesotho in the house. Awesome. Bethlehem, Free State, Durban. Wow, Durban's definitely winning here tonight. Durban. Okay, well, okay. Welcome to everybody, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. So I'm gonna go through just like the beginning of how to get started, and if you started already, just a little bit of tips, and at the end I'm gonna share a little bit about going forward, what you can do to work with me, and hopefully that you can get some use out of this, and it's going to be helpful to you to get you started in your career as an online teacher. I'm going to introduce myself properly in a little bit. I am using Canva, so I am presenting out of Canva. So I haven't really done this before out of Canva. I've done it once before. Yes, there's going to be a replay link available to refer to back afterwards. So what I'll do is once it's finished tonight, then I'll download this, and then I will send a replay link out to everybody either later tonight or tomorrow morning, because I know some people aren't able to make it as well, or they aren't able to stay for the full session. So you'll always be able to go back onto it. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to confidently shift from being overworked, underpaid, undervalued as a teacher to having a thriving online teaching business that allows you to work fewer hours while earning more than double your previous salary, which you will get to in the end if you're only just getting started. You'll learn how I joined the industry and became a successful online teacher who's taught more than, I have to kind of update this, but I've taught more than about 15,000 online lessons now. And I can show you how you can do the same and can get there. Okay, so reason number one. Okay, so just try and work out what reason you are. When you see which reason you are, then pop it in the comment box and we will see what everybody is here, what your reason is. Okay. You are an online ESL teacher who has either lost their job, maybe you lost your job when China changed all their laws and a whole lot of the companies did a whole lot of restructuring, and they started cutting pay, cutting staff, and it's kind of been a knock-on effect for the last few years. So people haven't been earning as much as what they did before those new China laws happened. Okay, so maybe you fall into that bracket. Okay, or number two, you are an in-classroom or traditional teacher who is tired of teaching back-to-back lessons with little free time, and now you want to take your skills out of the classroom and into the online world by creating your own freedom-filled online teaching business so that you can have more time and more money freedom. Okay, that's reason number two. And reason number three is, okay, I see a number two coming in here already. Number three is you're an educator at heart. So you're not a teacher yet, but you are an educator at heart and you want to get started as an online ESL teacher, but you're just not sure how to go about it. Okay, so where do you fit in? Are you number one? an online teacher who's tired of the low pay and high stress environment of working for a company that doesn't value your services? Are you a traditional teacher who wants to take their skills online and start as an online teacher? That's where I was. I was number two when I got started. Or are you an educator at heart who wants to find out how to go about getting started as an ESL teacher? Pop it in the comment box. Let's have a look. I can see quite a lot of number threes. Okay, so you have, and number twos, definitely number three, 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 three. Okay, a couple of number twos, but mostly it seems like everybody falls into the number three bracket, that you are an educator at heart and you want to find out how to go about getting started as an ESL teacher. Okay, let's go. Wow, okay. Another Joburg person tuning in. Hi. Okay, whatever your motivation is, whether you're one, whether you're two, whether you're three, I've got your back. I'm here to help you and to try and give you a little bit of help and guidance along the way. This was my first picture I ever took for when I started teaching online, but I've kind of kept it because I kind of like the teddy bear or the monkey. And as a teacher, you have a choice. Okay, you have path number one. You choose not to start teaching online ESL, and you continue working for a school or for a traditional company where you feel absolutely stuck. You feel like you stay in the current situation of being underworked, overpaid, no, not overpaid, underpaid and overworked. You don't grow, you don't evolve, and you don't adapt with the times. You don't upskill yourself to stretch beyond the confinements of traditional teaching. You stay as an employee who works hard just to fill somebody else's pockets. You continue to lack freedom, and you have 2 weeks of vacation per year, and you still feel uninspired, demotivated, and completely unhappy. And in a year from now, you're going to find yourself in exactly the same position that you find yourself in now. Or path number two, you decide what, where, who, and how to teach. You claim back your power as a teacher, and you commit to making life-altering changes in the way you teach and live. You create your own schedule and you make the rules. You upskill yourself to stretch beyond the confinements of traditional teaching, and you invest in yourself through learning business and marketing skills. You invest in your education through mentors and business coaches and courses, and you love what you teach. You become inspired and motivated by the world of opportunities and possibilities available to you as an educator. And in 1 year's time, you realize, wow, you had the power all along in your hand. And you are in awe of maybe the life that you have created for yourself. So, what do you think? What will you choose? Will you choose path number one? You don't start teaching online and you continue feeling overworked, uninspired, unhappy, stressed, and unfulfilled. Or you choose path number two, where you start teaching online and work towards creating a life by your own design, creating your own dream life with freedom, time, and money as a teacher. Let's have a look what everybody has. Okay, path number two. Definitely path number two. Okay, so I'm hoping that if you guys are here, that you are wanting path number two, that you want to change something. Maybe whatever your reason is for wanting to work online, maybe some of you can pop it in there. What are your reasons for wanting to teach online? Why do you want to work from home? What is it? Is it the time freedom, or the location freedom? What is the reason why you want to actually work from home and teach online? Okay, we've got path number two. I haven't seen any path number ones. Okay, good. So take a moment to imagine what your life would be like if you escaped the current restraints that you're in now, and you could start a teaching business that allows you more time and more money freedom, and allows you to create a life by your own design so that you're in control of how much you work and how much you earn. This is what you could work towards as an online teacher. Now, sometimes you don't start here at this point when you first start because maybe you have to work your way up and you have to get some experience. But this is what you're working towards. You're working towards having your own business, and you're working towards being able to work when you need to work and have time off when you need to have time off. And maybe you just need that time and that time freedom, that if something happens at home with your family, um, if something happens with your family, that you're able to take the time off and you're able to take care of your family and have that time freedom that maybe you really do need. I see this. I worked for just ungrateful people and I was underpaid for too long. Exactly. Exactly. And it's like taking control back of your life and deciding like when you want to work, how you want to work, how much you want to earn according to how many hours that you want to work. I can't say that I've had a good employer for 24 years. I worked in two different companies. Okay, so learning the skills and knowledge is essential to becoming a successful online teacher and then moving into being a teaching business owner, which is the golden ticket to freedom that you desire. Okay, so you start as your online teacher, maybe starting in a company, and you want to work your way up, maybe working towards working in a online marketing platform, and then going maybe private and having your own teaching business. And that's the ticket to the freedom that you desire. That's the ticket to it afterwards. Okay, so we've got corporate role. Let's just check here. In my last 3 corporate roles, I became an unofficial trainer. Just want to see what this one says. Recruits new recruits. Never saw myself as a trainer type, but ended up enjoying it so much. Currently, I'm employed, and this seems like a good avenue to move into now. Exactly. That's really great. I like that. Yeah, you can definitely do this as a part-time job. It's not strictly full-time. A lot of people do it like over the weekends, or there's a lot of companies that if you're from South Africa, you could then target like South American and Eastern European companies that offer those kind of hours. And you could teach students from South America and from Eastern Europe, and then your time zone, like from France and all those places too. Then it would be you would be working in South African nighttime, so you could still do your 9 to 5 and do this part time until you're ready to go into it full time. Always had the desire to teach. Ended up in a corporate company and then got retrenched after 15 years of service. Oh, that's hectic. The kinds of kids we have in government classrooms is crazy. They suck the passion for teaching out of you, let alone the fact that you're underpaid and overworked. Exactly. Okay. So an online teaching business will allow you to earn what you're worth and free up your time so that you can spend more time with your loved ones and do things that you are really passionate about. The first step is getting prepared so that you can get hired as an online teacher. I would say your preparation and getting yourself really sorted and really getting your whole package together, that you can just have everything ready and you can start applying to jobs and okay, I have my introduction video is good. My CV or my resume is good. I'm good to go. So if someone asks me for those things, I've got it all waxed. I know what I'm busy talking about. I'm prepared for when I need to do a demo lesson, that I'm going to be able to be confident and I'm going to be able to get that job. I'm going to be able to stand out from the rest of the crowd of all the other teachers that are lining up for the same position as you. Okay. So, um, sorry, this still got to work out how I can go back here. Okay. My teaching business success come from an unwavering determination. Like I really spend a lot of time learning skills and strategies and knowledge of starting as an online teacher. I'm just that kind of person that when I start something new or I start to do something, I want to find out all about it and really prepare myself and get myself to a place where I'm able to do it to the best of my ability. Currently working for two online companies. The goal is to become a private online English tutor and set my own rates. Exactly. That's the golden ticket. That's when you start earning more money and you start getting the more time freedom is when you can actually get there. But it's good to start with a company first to build up all the experience, build up your hours. And then like for me, I did that first. Then I went to like working at an amazing talker, which is like in a marketing platform where it's kind of almost like working for yourself, but you're still under the banner of a company. And then I've got now private students as well. And I've formulated a step-by-step strategy and guide to help new online teachers get ahead and get started quicker so that you can start benefiting from your business much faster. Okay, so I'm Kathy. I have two online teaching businesses. I love traveling, reading, meeting people from different countries. I love family life and being able to spend time with my family. That's like my thing. I love setting goals and achieving them and helping others to do the same. I really believe setting goals and putting your goal down is part of the success of being successful in whatever you do in life. Okay, I'm extremely passionate about helping teachers create freedom in their lives and the way that they teach. Let's go on. Okay, so I started my first online, oh my goodness. I started my first online teaching job in 2019 and I quit doing the full-time ESL job to work on a marketing platform, which allowed me to earn more an hour. And just from that, from doing what I'm doing now at the moment, I earn always over $2,500 besides the extra stuff I do as well, just from teaching ESL. And I've helped hundreds of other teachers do the same too. Where it started, and these students gave me permission to use their photos, in case you're wondering. Where it started, teaching back-to-back lessons in a traditional school. I was a teacher for 25 years before I started doing this. You know, for smiling all day, feeling unfulfilled, teaching the same curriculum over and over again, drained, burnt out. You end up hating like your teaching material almost because you kind of do it year after year after year after year. Stuck on a hamster wheel with no end on sight. And then I quit my traditional teaching job and I've created two really fulfilling, beautiful businesses for myself. I create my own schedule and I schedule my work to fit around my lifestyle. Like if a couple of weeks ago or 1 week ago, my granddaughter went in for an operation and my younger granddaughter needed someone to look after her. So I just canceled 2 of my days or moved my schedule around to free up 2 days so that I was able to spend that time with her and spend that family time. No stress, no asking a boss, a time off, just being able to schedule my time in and still being able to fit my lessons in whenever I needed to do it. Um, and now because I've worked my way up, I earn quite a good income per hour, which is great. And I'm able to have control over my income, my schedule, and my life. But it wasn't always that easy because everybody has to start somewhere. And it's tough when when you really start in the beginning, maybe it's a little bit tough, but you got to kind of just keep going at it and you'll just get better and better at it. Okay, so let me know in the comments, would it change your life if you could start earning an income from the comfort of your home or from like anywhere in the world? Drop a hell yes in the comments if you're ready and you're excited to achieve this for yourself. Would this make a difference to you if you could start earning an income from the comfort of your home or from anywhere in the world, picking up your laptop, going to a different country and working from anywhere? Yes, 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 hell yes. Okay. Hell yes, 100%. Exactly. I think it's just a great thing to be able to work from home and to be able to schedule your own hours and not have to stay in that traffic and do the 9 to 5 and get out of that rat race. Okay. An online teaching business is like your ticket to freedom as a teacher. You can escape the teaching trap that you're currently stuck in, maybe if you're already a teacher, and you can create a life by your own design, exactly like you wanted. You can earn way more than you could when you were working for someone else. When you work your way up, and you can experience true freedom. You can teach what you're really passionate about, and you can end up building yourself a legacy in the end. Okay, so I'm not going to go through that now. Let's look at often when we're wanting to start something new, we all have maybe a limiting belief. Okay, we like want to do something, but then something holds us back. And like you don't end up maybe doing it because those things hold you back. Like, I don't have the skills or the knowledge to start teaching online. I I don't know where to start or what to do. Um, I don't know where to learn about starting an online business, or I'm not cut out for being an online teacher. Okay. So often people have this limiting belief. Yes, you can use Zoom and Classroom to do private lessons. If you're teaching Chinese students, you can't use Zoom, but you can use something called VooV, which is very similar. That's available in China. Okay, limiting belief number 2. I need to have qualifications and degrees to start my own business. I need to have a degree in business study, or I need more time to gain experience before I start. I need to work for a lower rate first so that I can build up my expertise. Okay, so a lot of people do have this and think this. And limiting belief number 3 is believing that now is not the right time to start a teaching business. Like, I'll start my business next year and I don't have the time right now. Having an online business is risky. I don't have the money to start a business. Okay, so who of you have had any of these? Who's had limiting beliefs? Who's had really wanted to start this, but you're like really scared to go into doing it? Have any of you had any of these thoughts before? I know I was petrified to do it before. Okay, so I see lots of you do. Carol, number 1. Because, also like you want to do something like, and often we think, oh, if I do this, what will people think of me? Or what if I fail? Or what if I don't do it right? If the fear of the unknown, exactly. Like, we often have that, but sometimes we just got to take that leap of faith and just get started. Okay, so if you're serious about becoming a successful online teacher, then you have to have the willingness to learn the skills and the knowledge to implement it in your own journey. You need to have like grit and tenacity and a deep desire to make this work for you. Okay, and hopefully this training will help you to make that shift and create that success. But you have to believe in yourself too. Okay, so make it happen, work hard, dream big. Okay, those are all the things. Okay, those are like, I always like my thing I always say is dream big. Like, make your dream big, make your goal big, work hard to make that dream happen. Just before I carry on, has anybody been on this train? Did anyone attend last week, or was everybody new here today? I know that's what I just want to help you guys doing. Like, some of you might be applying and being rejected, but there's a few things that you can maybe do that can maybe change that. Okay, so everybody seems to be new. I don't see anybody here that was here from, okay, someone was here from last week, one person. Okay, but everybody else is new. Who was here last week? Jane. Okay. On 3 platforms with no students. Okay, so what I would say is, if you're on 3 platforms but no students, you might need to look at what your introduction video is like and redo that, because a lot of platforms, the introduction video is what attracts the students to you. And if you are on something like Preply, Amazing Talker, italki, you need to look at what your profile is like as well. That could be why you aren't getting any students. Okay, there are different types of online teaching, and it's my mission to help you to find the one that suits you. So, teaching actively for an online school or an online company. Okay, teaching on an online marketing platform. That's another one. And then teaching independently. Okay, so teaching actively for an online school or company that's like your traditional online schools, where you, yeah, we're going to talk about those in a little bit later. Okay, I'm going to get to that. And any of the questions I haven't answered during this, we can get to at the end as well. Okay, so program-based teaching. Okay, so what you do is like when you teach for an online school, an online company, you mostly do pay, program-based teaching. Okay, so they're going to give you the program, and they're going to give you all the resources, and they're going to give you the lessons that you're going to do with your students. They would also provide the students for you. When you're teaching on a marketing online platform, sometimes they give you the teaching materials and other times they don't. But it's all program-based teaching. But when you teach independently, it's mostly going to be session-based teaching where you'll decide with your students, okay, they're going to buy 20 sessions from you or 30 sessions from you or 40 sessions from you. And this is what you want to achieve in that amount of time. Like teaching online is not a one size fits all business. You can pay for your own path. And you could do a mixture of all these three things. Like you could have some private students, you could work for a marketing platform, and you could work for an online school, and you can mix and match it just to suit yourself. It's going to, in the end, it's like your business that you are busy doing. Okay, so let's look at the reasons why people might want to become an online teacher. There's a growing demand for English language skills, like globally. English has become the universal language of communication in various fields, especially business, tourism, and academia. Many non-English speaking countries recognize the importance of English proficiency for economic growth and global competitiveness. My sister has just immigrated, or they've just moved to New Zealand. They're on a residency visa because her husband is a teacher. And they come from South Africa, and we are English speaking. We native English speakers, but she actually had to write an English test before she was accepted to go to New Zealand. She had to pass an English test to prove that she could actually speak English. So it's really a universal language. And like sometimes people that are wanting to immigrate or to go somewhere, they might have to write an English test. And so a lot of the time, people are wanting to do English lessons to up their skills for those reasons as well. So the result is the demand for ESL teachers have been steadily increasing worldwide, offering a vast array of job opportunities, especially like in your Asian markets, Chinese markets. It's very competitive. School's very competitive there. And the work that they want to do afterwards, they want their children to learn English, so to give them a really good start in life. So you would see a lot of them like to take English lessons for that reason, to help them get ahead of maybe the other peers that are also heading for the same kind of jobs that they are looking at working towards as well. Okay. So reasons for becoming an online teacher too could be that you really want to make an impact on your students' lives. You play an important part in helping students develop their language skills and enhance their confidence in English. By teaching English, you can empower students to pursue further education, career opportunities, and cross-culture connections. Witnessing the progress and growth of your students can be so rewarding and so fulfilling. It really is amazing. I have some students that have been with me for 5 years now, 4 or 5 years, some of them 4, some of them 5, quite a few of them. Some of them started when, well, one student started with me when he was 3 years old. He's just turned, how old is he now? 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he's like 8 years old or 9 years old. And I've got some that started when they were 5 and they're 10 years old now. So I had some that were 10 and now they're 15, they're teenagers. So it's amazing how you see how they've developed in the amount of time that you have been teaching them. By teaching English, you can empower students to pursue further education, career opportunities. You can witness their progress, and it's just so amazing to see. I love it. Um, Also, people choose to become an online teacher just for the flexibility in choosing working hours and location. Online teachers offer Online teaching offers you like the flexibility in terms of your working schedule and your location, and you may choose to work part-time, full-time, or even as a freelance ESL online teacher. Online teaching platforms enable you to teach from anywhere in the world, and it provides you with freedom and flexibility in terms of location. Um, and there's like potential for like career advancement and even travel opportunities when you become an online teacher. Like it can serve as a stepping stone to various career paths within the field of education. And it can give you opportunities like becoming a lot of online teachers have gone on to develop their own curriculum and sell the curriculum, or train other teachers, or become a mentor, or become an interviewer. So you don't have to just stay working for an online company. You can grow and you can develop and you can move into other opportunities. Often online teachers have opportunities to travel and work in different countries and experience new cultures and gain valuable international teaching experience. Is there anyone here that's like wanting to not be an online teacher, but want to like travel and work in a different country teaching? Or is everybody here wanting to be an online teacher? Let's see. Okay, Simone, that's nice. I think that's a really great opportunity to do that. And you know, if you even start as an online teacher, you can use that experience and the hours that you've had to when you do apply to go overseas as well. You could use those hours that you've used and say, I've got 500 online hours, or I've taught 500 lessons online, or you can use all the experience you gain as an online teacher and use that when you apply to go over and teach overseas. It's really great. Or like my sister, she's an online teacher, and her husband took a proper teaching job in a school in New Zealand, and she's an online teacher. So she's just obviously gone with her whole business, and she's still busy working in a completely different country now. I'm still teaching online as well. Okay, so there's so many opportunities. Okay, so first off, this is like really, 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 really important. Okay, and a lot of people are getting rejected when they apply to teaching to online jobs for teaching positions because you are not writing your CV and your resume correctly. So the importance of a clear, well-organized resume. I can't stress it enough. This is like so important. This is the foundation. This is the first thing people see of you. Your resume is often like the impression that they get because they're not going to see you face to face. They might hop onto a Zoom call with you, or they might hop onto an online call with you to see who you are, but they're not going to actually see you face to face like in a traditional job. Um, and this is the first thing they get to see of you. So a well-crafted, yes, you can have a LinkedIn account profile. Some online companies will check it out, but some of them won't. So you can create your CV on LinkedIn, but it's good to have another copy as well, another PDF copy as well that you can send and upload, because a lot of sites you have to actually upload it onto the site. So this is what's going to make you stand out from the other applicants and showcase your relevant qualifications and experiences. It allows employers to quickly assess your suitability for the role. Just while I'm busy going through this, maybe like if those of you can pop, have you all done your TEFL certificate? Have you done the first step and got your TEFL certificate? Anyone here not have a TEFL certificate? I just want to see quickly. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, so that's your first step, obviously, before you do anything, is to get your TEFL certificate. Even if you have a degree, Even if you have a teaching degree, you're still going to need a TEFL certificate as well. Okay, good. Okay, so when you're busy writing your CV, it's really important to include relevant educational background, your certification, and your experience. Like start with your contact information at the top of the resume, including your full name, your phone number, your email address, and if you have a LinkedIn profile, put it there as well so that if they want to link onto it, they can go onto it and have a look at it. Include your educational background, highlighting your degrees and your certifications related to ESL teaching. Okay, so any degree that you do have, put it in because it doesn't matter. Even if it doesn't relate to teaching, sometimes they just like you to have a degree. Some companies will say, we'll just want you to have a TEFL certificate, but some will want you to have a degree and it's a TEFL certificate. So if you do have a degree in any area like engineering or whatever, um, put it in because you can use that to apply for some of the other companies that you wouldn't be able to if you've got just the TEFL certificate. Um, you would have to say where you are from. And sometimes it does affect your pay rate because the you'll see American and UK teachers get paid a lot more than what we do. They also consider South Africa, that's why my sister actually had to do an English test, even though she's English, as not an English speaking country. So they say people from South Africa are not native English speakers. And so that's why we get um, a lower rate as well. Yeah, so it does affect you, but you're going to have to give them your passport, a photo of your passport, a copy of passport anyway. So they're going to find out you're from South Africa anyway, when you do apply for a job. So you can't really hide the fact that you are from South Africa. Okay, so I did say that. If you've done other like certificates, like for me, I've done like a lot of like things with special when I worked in the UK, I did a lot of certifications there with special needs education, and sign language and a whole lot of different things. So I kind of included that, like I uploaded some of the my certificates that were relevant that I thought would help me to give me a better chance with in my ESL as well. And also we like this is teaching English as a second language. If you have already teaching school, if you're already teaching at a school, you are already teaching ESL children, aren't you? Because when you teach in a school in South Africa, you're going to probably have English speaking children, Afrikaans speaking, Xhosa speaking, Zulu speaking, or you have students with different language abilities. So you are teaching as a second language anyway. So include that if you've taught in a school, you've already been teaching students from a different language and you're already teaching ESL as a subject. Yes, I'm going to provide you the link after this. I will be downloading this. Okay, I have to download it from Zoom and then I'm going to send out an email to all of you guys and it will have the link on for the replay that you'll be able to go through it all in your own time. Okay, so mention any special skills that you have, like knowledge that's related to ESL teaching, such as experience with special age groups that you've taught, or like if you've taught beginners or intermediates or advanced students, like any kind of teaching. Maybe you've never been a teacher before. Is there any of you that's never taught anything before? Like then think about your jobs. With like maybe I had like someone that was on last week was in the banking sector, and she had done mentoring for other banking um, people and like staff members and training staff members, and I'm teaching them that like that's all teaching skills, isn't it? Like you could be teaching adults those kind of things. So any kind of thing like that you can add into your CV as well. So you got to think out of the box. I've been teaching autistic and ADHD students, but I don't have special needs certificates. Where can I do them here in South Africa? Um, I'm sure that there is a place that you could probably get a certification for that. I did mine in the UK, but I'm sure in South Africa you could. I'll have to just Google it. Ask ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT anything and it will come. Maybe you can look at ChatGPT and ask that same question, what you've asked there, and they put exactly that in it and it will come out. Working with postgrad students, okay? So all these kind of things is like think outside of the box. Don't just think I've never taught before in a classroom. I don't have any experience. You've got to think outside of the box and think about what you have actually done. And then put that into your CV. Okay, look, the content writing, admin, design, okay, those kind of things. You do well on a marketing platform where you could, like amazing talker, you could bring all of those things like into kind of lessons and go into those different fields. Media workshops, we have taught young adults how to conduct themselves during TV interviews. That's great. Okay, so like you could use all these kind of things and put it in. You've got to just really think outside the box. Emphasize your accomplishments and achievements in previous roles. Include a section that highlights your previous teaching experience, mentions the institutes or company you work for, and the duration of your employment. Provide specific examples of accomplishments and implementing innovative teaching strategies, improving your students' performance, or receiving positive feedback from students if you've got anything like that, or from supervisors. Quantify your achievements where possible, as mentioned in the number of students you've taught or the percentage of students who have improved their language skills. They like that. They like to see that. These are all the things that you can put into your CV. Okay, so tailor the resume to match the requirements of the target job. This is so important, guys. Just don't go to the traditional CV and you write out this whole CV and you hand it in. Okay, it's not going to be accepted. Okay, so what you got to do is you're applying. So make yourself a general CV, and then when you're applying to a job, go and have a look. What is the job description? Review what the job description says and identify the key skills and qualifications the employer is seeking. Okay, so look and see what do they want you to be able to do. Okay, then go back to your CV and take those things from that job description that they've asked you, and you have to incorporate it into your CV, ensuring that you highlight the most relevant aspects of your experience and skills to match what they're asking you to be able to do. Use strong action verbs and measurable achievements to demonstrate your ability. Like really make sure that you're demonstrating what you can actually do. Great. In the health sector, and you only train new students. Okay, so you are busy working with adult students and you're able to teach adults. Okay, so that's really great. Diana. Okay, so consider using a clean and professional resume template that's easy to read and navigate. Proofread your resume carefully. Make sure there's no spelling or grammatical errors. Additionally, make sure your resume is concise and does not exceed 2 pages. Make sure it doesn't go past the 2 pages, because what happens is the person that's reading it is probably someone that is not a native English speaker. They probably have English as a second language, maybe, if they're from maybe one of the Asian schools. Yes, because Canva is great for creating CVs. You can add a photo at the top. It's good to add a photo in, but you're going to have to put a photo in your most applications. You'll have to put a separate photo in as well. So you can make sure that you do a really good photo of yourself as well. You could take, when you finished your CV, maybe you're doing your CV in Canva, but you could maybe copy your text and put it into ChatGPT and say to ChatGPT to correct any grammatical errors and to make it look nice and professional, specifically tailored to for an online teaching position. And maybe it might correct or some of the things that you have done and just make it look a lot more professional, just to help you a little bit. Um, Photo wise, what you want to do is you want to take a nice headshot of yourself, not like from funny directions. You want to make sure that it's a nice photo of yourself with a clear background behind. Okay, so that you pop out of the picture, so that you stand out, because they use that photo as well when they're going to use your, like some companies upload your CV onto their website. They upload your photo and they upload your introduction video as well. Okay, so it's important to get those things right. Okay, so going on to the second thing that's really, 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 really important, and then that is recording a self-introduction video. Who here has already done their self-introduction video? Let's have a look. I did ESL certificate since last year at TEFL. First job because I have a physical, and it's been difficult landing my first job because I have a physical disability. I've done 3. Okay. Did you do different ones, Claudine? I've done so many. 1,000,000 times. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah, because what you can do with the self-introduction video is, depending where you are applying to, you could make a general one that is for like adults and kids combined. Then you could make a kids introduction video and you could do an adult one, depending what you are wanting to really apply to, and tailored specifically for that. Okay, so the purpose of a self-introduction video for job applications, like it's almost always requested by employers during the hiring process to get a better sense of your personality and your teaching style and your communication skills. They really look at this, and this is like what they're going to judge you on, to see if they're even going to give you an interview. It allows you to showcase your enthusiasm, your professionalism, and ability to engage students effectively. A well-crafted self-introduction video can really help to improve your chances of securing an ESL teaching job. It really can. If you have a bad one, they're just not going to even look at you. So it's important to get this right. Like you have to spend time on it and actually get it right. So tips for recording a professional and engaging video is introduce yourself really confidently. Begin by saying what your name is, your educational background, and any relevant teaching experience that you have. Briefly explain your passion for teaching and your love for learning languages, okay? That's what you kind of want to do right at the beginning. Highlight any relevant teaching experience and qualifications, like share details about any previous ESL teaching experience you've got, include the age groups you've taught, the proficiency levels you have worked with, how many hours you've taught or how many lessons you've taught. Emphasize your certificates, like mention your TEFL certificate or any other relevant teaching qualifications that you do have. If you have experience with specific teaching methodology or digital teaching platforms, mention them as well. Okay, so if you are like a pro at using ClassIn and Zoom, you can mention that as well in your this is really important. This is where I actually form my accent, not being neutral enough. Maybe you have to just practice this part, okay? So like in your introduction video, it's something that you practice and practice until you get it right. And I think it's like really important. And there is a editing program where it's called Descript. Okay, you can edit your video on Canva, but Descript is a really good editing program, and it is a paid program, but there's a certain amount of free credits you get a month on Descript. So you can do your self-introduction video. So you can talk and talk and talk and talk, and you can cut out, you can take out your filler words. And so it's quite a nice editing tool to use. You can also add in some text and some different things into it to make it a little bit more interactive as well. But I would say you have to really practice it. Showcase your enthusiasm for teaching and connecting with students. Express your genuine excitement for helping students learn and improve their English skills. Share specific strategies or approaches you use to motivate and engage students in learning process. Keep the video concise and focused. Aim for a video duration of 1 to 3 minutes. Don't be less than 1 minute, okay? Because it's too short. You're not going to be giving enough information about yourself if it's less than 1 minute. If it's more than 3 minutes, they're going to get bored. Okay, a lot of them don't understand, are like English is their second language. They're going to get bored if it's going to be going over that amount of time. So I would say the good spot is probably 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes maximum. To really maintain the attention of your potential employers. Practice beforehand. So practice. Do a few takes to ensure you deliver your message clearly and that it really like comes out well. When you record it, use appropriate lighting, sound, and background. Okay, make sure that your background is whatever you want. You're teaching adults, a nice clean background, maybe with a bookshelf and a pot plant or something, some books with the pot plants or something on might look nice. If you're teaching kids, a nice busy background that you can use. I've changed my background wasn't like this before, but like now I have a lot of private students, so they send me pictures. I print the pictures out and I stick them on my wall. I'm going to probably change it in the next like month or so again because I've got more pictures that have come through and I want to change my posters a bit. But have a nice, if it's for kids, make it nice and happy and busy at the back. If you're applying to a Chinese company or an Asian company, they like bright, colorful backgrounds for kids. Okay. Use a well-lit room that your face is clearly visible. Use those ring lights. They're really not expensive to buy, and it just makes you stand out. Use a microphone or a headset for clear audio. Choose a clean, professional background. It minimizes distractions. Like you can't have people walking behind you while you're busy doing a lesson. Remember, your self-introduction video is an opportunity to make a positive impression on potential employers. Be authentic, be engaging, and professional throughout your recording. Consider rehearsing your self-introduction multiple times. Like do it for a friend, get a friend, record it, send it to someone that you know. Say to them, hey, listen to this. What do you think of my video? Give me your honest feedback. You don't want them just because they're your friend to say, oh, it's fantastic. You don't want that. You want someone to actually say to you, this doesn't look good. It looks like you're reading off of a sheet. That's not good either. Okay, so practice so that you don't have to read it off a sheet and it doesn't look like you're reading something. That's what you kind of want to. You want to be natural. You want to be engaging. You want to use your hands. Use like some flashcards if you want to. Like if you're saying, oh, and I like to use props in my lesson, then have some props that you can show them. And just practice it until you get it right. Because really, this is the first thing that people see of you. Okay. We're going to go on to demo lessons quickly. And then once you have, does it all have to be in one take? You want it to be like, to flow really smoothly. Okay, so if you're not going to do it in one take, then you're going to have to use like an editing program where you can like make it look really smooth. But otherwise, you're going to have to practice and take it in one take. And if you do it and it doesn't look good, then redo it. And I would definitely say, make yourself a kids one. Okay, one that's aimed for teaching children one that's aimed at teaching adults, and one that's a combination of everything. So that you've got 3 on hand that wherever you apply to, you don't have to suddenly go and make a new video. You've got your 3 and you can just send them whichever one is available that would suit the position that you are busy applying to. Okay, so same as your CV, you've got your basic CV, and every time you apply to a job, you're going to like fill in the missing bits and add in the description to make it fit the job that you are busy applying to. Okay, so once they like your introduction video, they like your CV, they're going to invite you to get to, this is the next stage, get to the demo lesson. Okay, this is where everybody gets scared. Preparing for a demo lesson is a scary thing. I know. You've got to understand their requirements and objectives, and make sure you ask if you don't understand what is expected of you. Before the demo lesson, carefully review the requirements and objectives provided by the hiring institution or the employer. Understand who the audience is, such as who are you going to be teaching in your demo lesson? Is it a 4-year-old child? Is it a 7-year-old? Is it a beginner? Is it an advanced student? Is it an intermediate student? Is it an adult? Find out who it is. It could be an adult that's pretending to be a 4-year-old child. And then you have to tailor your lesson around that. So understand who you are doing this lesson for. And whatever the specific skills that they want you to focus on. Are they wanting you to focus on conversational English, grammar, reading, writing? What is it that they are wanting you to showcase? Familiarize yourself with any teaching material that they give you or resources that you are expected to use during the demo. Okay, so if you are applying to an online school, they're going to give you probably the teaching materials that you need to use for your demo lesson. They might give you the whole lesson and you just go through the lesson slide by slide, or they might give you something and you have to make your own slides out of it. If you're applying to a marketing platform like, you don't have to do a demo lesson for Preply, but for italki and for Amazing Talker, you're going to have to get your own lesson material. So once you know who the student is that you're going to have to do the demo lesson for, you're going to have to get your own materials to match that and make up your own lesson. Make sure that you know what your materials are about. Don't come unprepared. Gain insights into what the cultural background is and the learning preferences of the targeted audience. Adapt your teaching style, like instructional techniques and materials, to suit the needs and interests of the students. Make sure you are planning and engaging and interactive activities that align with the lesson goals. Okay, so develop a well-structured lesson that includes clear objectives, a warm-up activity, so something in the beginning that you can do, your main content of the lesson, and then a concluding activity where you kind of round off what you're going to do and maybe have a little ending chat to your student before they leave about maybe what they learned in the day. Those 3 kind of things. Incorporate a variety of activities, like if you're doing a group, some people have to do group lessons for demos. If you're going to a place that does group lessons, maybe you just want to find out about that and then see if you can do some pair work or group discussions if it's like with adults. Normally with children, it would be like a one-on-one. But again, make sure that you're staying within the lesson guidance of what they're asking you to do. You can use visual aids, props, and I would definitely, if you are teaching kids, if your demo lessons is going to be for children, make sure you've got props available, like a star for a reward or food items for a reward. If you're teaching a lesson on fruit, have some like real fruit, or you could have plastic fruit. So like really your demo lesson, you want to go all out so that you actually get the job. Okay. If you have to make your own presentation, do your PowerPoint or your Canva presentation, your videos, flashcards, real life objects. Okay, these can all help you during your demo lesson. But always make sure that whatever you're doing is like to the lesson content. Okay. Don't go past that. And then they really check in to see. Like I've interviewed a lot of people on Amazing Talker because I was an interviewer on Amazing Talker. And sorry, I did something here. Let me just go back and see what I've done. Oh, there we go. I think I hope you can all see. Can you see the screen again? I clicked something and it went off. Are you guys all good? You can see. Yeah? Anybody? Can you see? Okay, great. Thanks. I don't know what I did there. Okay. One of the most important things is like demonstrate effective classroom management. Okay. So you want to make sure that you have positive reinforcement while you're doing, monitor your students' behavior, engage in your students actively throughout the lesson. Really make sure you know what just the student's name is at the beginning so that you can like use their name whenever you're talking to them. Okay, Johnny this or Susie or whoever it is. Ask open-ended questions and really provide opportunities for your students to practice their language skills. When you're teaching online, it's completely different to teaching in a classroom. In a classroom, it is the teacher talks all the time and the student just listens. Okay, but on an online lesson, in an online lesson, it is 70% student talking time and only 30% teacher talking time. So you want to always encourage your student to do as much talking as possible. So you want to provide as many opportunities for your student to practice their language skills as possible because that is what they're paying for. Okay. And make an inclusive learning environment for your students. Okay. Practice delivering your demo lesson to somebody that you know. Okay. Practice it with maybe a friend. Become familiar with the content, the timing, and the transition. If the lesson is 25 minutes long, you have to make sure that your lesson is 25 minutes long. You cannot finish your lesson at 20 minutes and you've got 5 minutes gap at the end. Or if they say to you, okay, the demo lesson is going to be 15 minutes, you've got to make sure that whatever you're doing takes up that whole 15 minutes time. Okay, you can't finish early. You can't finish late. You have to be on time. Time management is so important. So do this lesson to somebody and get feedback from them. Ask them, like, what do they think of your, like, do a demo lesson for somebody. Get them to tell you what they think of the lesson. Get them to pretend they're a kid and you do the demo lesson with them. When you do an actual demo lesson, say you didn't pass the first time, ask for feedback. Ask them, what did you do wrong? Or what was the problem? Or get feedback from whoever you are doing the lesson with. Remember to demonstrate your passion for teaching and genuine enthusiasm and strong communication skills. This is like important. This is how they're going to see how you are busy teaching. Show that you can effectively convey information, engage students, and create an enjoyable and effective learning experience with thorough preparation, practice, and openness to feedback. You can definitely pass the demo lesson and impress your potential employers, but you have to practice it. You have to make sure you're familiar with everything and be familiar with like whatever you're going to be using Classroom or you're going to be using Voove or you're going to be using the online teaching platform's own platform. They make sure you familiarize yourself with whatever that is so that you don't know, so you know exactly how to use the tools as well when you are busy doing the lesson. Okay, we're not going to do this part. I want to go into, we're running out of time here. I want to go through essential equipment because I think it's quite important. Sorry, let me just go back. Okay, so first of all, the equipment you need is a really good computer or a laptop. A reliable computer or laptop is essential to online teaching. So this is your business. Ensure that your device meets the system requirements for the chosen online teaching platform. They will always tell you what they require from you, because sometimes you have to download their platform onto your computer and it takes a lot of space, and maybe your computer isn't able to process it. So make sure that you have sufficient storage and ample RAM, and you have a strong processor to be able to do it. Sorry, I just need a drink of water. Okay. The second thing you need is a high-speed internet connection. So I just want to see. Okay, so make sure that you've got a download speed of at least 10 megabytes per second and upload speed of 10 megabytes per second. Download is important, but so is upload, because you're uploading videos and you're uploading things. So the upload has to be good as well. So anything above that is going to really help you. And obviously you need a stable internet connection as well. You don't want the internet connection that's going to be dipping all the time as well, because on a platform like Classroom, it's probably going to kick you out your classroom. And then maybe you'll get fined, and it's just not a good thing. So try and upgrade your internet plan, or use those cable. My laptop can't do it because I've got a MacBook, but I can't. But if you have got that part that you can, the Ethernet connection where you can plug your cable directly into your computer, that's better because it gives you a more stable connection than Wi-Fi. Some platforms actually require it. And then make sure that you've got a backup. If your internet company suddenly has problems, like mine's been having so much problems lately, and make sure that you've got enough data, or you've got some sort of backup that you can actually use that's going to help you if you get stuck. Okay, so then you want a webcam and a microphone. These two components are essential for effective communication with your students. So invest in a good quality webcam that allows for clear visuals and adjustable angles. A separate microphone or a headset with a built-in microphone will also improve your audio quality. And then like trying to have the noise canceling microphone as well, so that it cuts out the background noise, so that you're not worried if children are running around in your home or somebody's talking, because you're doing it from home, so people are still going to be living their lives in your home, right? They can't keep quiet for the whole day while you're teaching. Then you could have a whiteboard or a digital tablet that can help you to write digitally, allowing you to demonstrate, or like a whiteboard or something like that. If you're teaching adults, maybe you want something that you can capture your documents with, and you want to make sure that you've got something that helps you to do that as well. And your lighting equipment is really important. And a ring light is really great to use. Okay, so natural lighting is good as well. But if that's not possible, like those ring lights are really, really great. And you get those adjustable desk lamps that you get nowadays as well, that helps to eliminate the shadows and provide a sufficient illumination. So just make sure that you have that as well. Sometimes you need screen recording, because maybe you have to have pre-recorded lessons at some stages. So you want to have something that's going to help you to do that. And then choose an online teaching platform that's going to suit your needs. Okay, so obviously, if you are working for a company, they're going to tell you what you need to use. But popular choices are like Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, Adobe Connect, okay, Classroom, Voove. Those are kind of all the things that people do use. So you need to find out what people are busy using and get familiar with it. Yes, teaching on the iPad is okay. Yeah, you can definitely do it with the iPad. I would definitely say though, if you use an iPad, just make sure you've got a keyboard, a separate keyboard for it, because it will just make it easier. Okay, so we're not going to do this today, because we're kind of out of time and I want to give you some time for some other questions. Let me just go to the end here quickly. Okay, so I know you probably still have questions about, I'm sure you have hundreds of questions, like which payment gateways, or how do I find students? What about the curriculum? Do I teach for an online school or a marketing platform? Like, how do I go about it? Okay, so what I have got is, would you like to have someone who can help you and guide you over every obstacle so that you can build your thriving online teaching business and attract high-paying clients while using proven methods and strategies so that you can finally start living life as a teacher on your terms? Okay, so option number one, you can go this alone, completely alone, find out all the information by yourself, and run the risk of struggling to lay a solid foundation and missing the mark on attracting and converting students and not getting hired. Or you can 100% commit to taking action and changing your life by becoming a successful online teacher so that you can claim back your power and freedom as a teacher. Okay, so you're invited to, this is what I have been doing. I've been doing teacher mentoring for quite a long time. On Amazing Talker, I am a teacher mentor and I was an interviewer on there. And I've run quite a few courses for people. But now I've started a membership. So Teaching English with Kathy B membership is a one kind of program that shows exactly how to start your teaching online business by providing step-by-step systems, guidance, and support to get you started exactly the right way. We remove all the guesswork from you. We help you with any uncertainty that comes with the territory so that you can become an online teacher with ease and confidence. You learn proven strategies. You can grow your teaching career. And it's in a community where there's weekly, daily, and monthly trainings available. And so here's what you can expect in this program, that we are going to build a solid foundation for your online teaching business using proven methods. You're going to learn how to create a teaching brand that stands out from the rest of the crowd and creates the right people and attracts the right people. You're going to learn how to navigate tech. We remove all the overwhelm completely. We're going to show you how to create and deliver a successful demo lesson and do some practicing. You will know how to build a successful resume. We're going to go into detail with that. You're going to learn how to create a successful career as a teacher, how to manage and run a business for your own teaching business. We provide you with templates, trackers, worksheets so that you have clarity around each step going forward, and how to overcome common problems in the classroom. You will also know step by step how to ace a trial lesson, because a trial lesson is so important. That's the way that you actually get students to come and stay with you. Because if you don't wax the trial lesson, you don't get those students. Okay, so included in the membership, I've also included my Let's Get Hired course, which I used to sell separately. It was a 6-week course, but I'm including these modules in it, which is in an introduction to teaching ESL. And these are available for you on the membership to go through in your own time. Module 2 is developing important skills and checklists. Module 3 is problem shooting and assessments. Module 4, achieving success. Module 5, demo lesson practice and building a portfolio. And Module 6 is different teaching platforms and training on all of that. Okay, so this program I used to sell separately, but it's included in the monthly membership. It's valid at $993. You get different, okay, but the training sessions, you're going to get that anyway with a membership, but you're going to get the 6-module course and the bonus modules. Okay, so one of the bonuses is an updated company list of over 400 different places to apply to, and an income and lesson tracker, which is a really great, especially when you are busy working for multiple companies. You can put in and you can track your lessons so that you don't get overbooked, which is a big disaster. Okay, so I just decided that I was tired of living my life on somebody else's terms, and I upskilled myself by doing a whole lot of different courses and learning how to do things that I wanted to do to be able to grow my teaching business to the level that I have been able to grow it now. And I want to help other people to do the same. So I have this membership, and what it costs is it will be $59, but at the moment for founding members, it's $25 a month, which is about 450 Rand. I'm not sure what the exchange rate is now, but at the moment, I think it's probably less than that. I will put I want to just put the link over here so you can copy the link and you can go check it out. So it's 450 Rand a month or 25 Rand a month, $25 a month. No strings attached. If you come, you join, you stay for the month. If you don't like it, you leave again. But hopefully you never leave, and it helps you to grow your teaching business and grow yourself to eventually where you're becoming a business, having an actual teaching business. So what you get inside the membership is weekly content drops. Each week you'll get new, easy to follow lessons, tips, and strategies focused on topics like how to find students, how to market yourself online, create great lessons, how to create them. There's actually a whole section on how to create your own lesson plans. Use teaching platforms effectively. So you're going to learn how to use Classroom, how to use Zoom, how to use all of those different platforms. 450 Rand a month. It's $25 a month. So you can stay for as long as you want to in it. So it's $25 a month. If you only want to stay for the 1 month, that's how much it's going to cost you. If you carry on staying, it's $25 for each month that you're in it. Everything is designed to help you to take action and see results quickly. Daily motivation and focus. Start each day with a positive mindset. You'll receive daily inspiration, quotes, and quick challenges like we do 21 day. We're going to do a 21-day challenge starting soon, which is going to really help people to stay consistent and confident and excited about your online journey. Okay, this 21-day challenge that's going to be starting next week is going to really help you to put into practice all the different things that you want to do to get hired. Okay, so it's going to take you along your journey for 21 days. Okay, twice a month, like we have got our first one tomorrow night. There's a live coaching and Q&A session where we dive deeper into what's working, shooting challenges, and celebrate wins together. These calls are relaxed and interactive and a great way to stay accountable. And I always think that they are really amazing. Then there's every second month, there's going to be a guest speaker that's going to be coming in to do training, like either an experienced teacher or a business expert that can come in to share practical advice and insider tips from building your student base to improving your teaching skills or helping you to create your own digital product to sell. Because as a teacher, maybe you eventually want to go into creating your own course to be able to sell that. We're going to learn how to do that as well. Okay, so there is a growing library of templates, checklists, lesson ideas, platform comparisons, startup guides that help you confidently begin to grow your own online business. And of course, inside a community, you're not alone. You're going to meet other friendly, like-minded people, teachers who share their experiences, answer questions, and encourage one another. It's a safe, positive environment, okay, where you don't want any nastiness in it. And it's to help you stay motivated to reach your goals with constant check-ins, challenges, guidance that help you to build momentum and keep improving week by week. Okay, so monthly payment of $25. If you're ready to go and you want to find out more information, then I'm going to be sending out that email. The link will be in the email as well. I've popped it into the chat. It's really great and it's a lot of fun. And it's a really great way to take away the overwhelm. So here's what you're going to overcome: the uncertainty of how to move forward, the fear of failing. You're going to develop a strong skill set and mindset. You're going to stop trading many hours for only a few dollars and being stuck in the same teaching cycle day in and day out. Okay, so eventually you're wanting to be able to build yourself up to having a teaching business. That's what you're going to learn how to do. Okay, sometimes we feel we're so drained. We've got no time to spend with our family, our loved ones, or doing things that you're really passionate about. You want more. You want to choose when, how, and where you work, and you crave that true freedom and flexibility in your work and life. I definitely do. Okay, you might have doubts about joining us right now, but you might say, oh, now's not the time to invest in a course or a membership, or I don't have the time. But it is only $25 a month, only 450 Rand. Okay, it's really not a lot. And you're getting a whole lot for it. And you're getting someone to hold your hand and to help you to along the way and to help you get hired and help you to grow in the ESL business and the ESL industry. Okay, so I am going to open this up now I'm going to stop my share. So you'll see the big screen now. Let me just see everybody's there. Okay, so if you have any more questions that we haven't answered along the way, pop them in the chat box and I'm going to spend like 10 minutes answering the questions for you guys. Now, let's have a look what we have over here. To advise, I continue with teacher record certificate. A lot of companies do not accept teacher record certificates. So maybe you want to look at another company because maybe some of them might hire you with that, but a lot of them might say, oh no, we don't recognize that company. Some of them do, but some of them don't. So yeah, it's like you can try and then change to a different certificate afterwards. But if you haven't started it already, then maybe choose a different company. Anyone else? Anyone else got any more questions? I think I've answered a lot of questions along the way. Hopefully this gave you guys a little bit of insight and a little bit of help along the way. But I would really say, like, your first steps is, do most of them pay via, a lot of them pay via PayPal. Some of them, so you definitely want to open a PayPal account and get it. If you're from South Africa, you got to get it linked to an F&B profile. You don't have to have an F&B account, but you do have to have an F&B profile. And then you have to link your PayPal to your F&B profile. And then your F&B profile to your bank, whatever bank you are, Standard Bank, Capitec, Absa, whatever you are, you have to link it to that. And some companies pay you via Wise, which is another payment, and that will go into Wise and then into your bank account. And some of them pay you into Payoneer, which is I like Payoneer, and it has like its own debit card, prepaid debit card. Some of them use Payoneer, which is and I think is better than PayPal, but a lot of them just use PayPal. So each company is different. But I would definitely say if you haven't got a PayPal account, get that sorted out and signed up because you're probably going to need it at some stage. No, just normal PayPal is fine. PayPal business you would need if you have got your own like teaching website that people are going to come onto your website and buy via a website. Then you're going to need PayPal business. But when it's a company paying you, just normal PayPal is good. TEFL Academy is better than Teacher Record, so that one is better. Are the rates good? Are you talking about rates of lessons? Yes, TEFL Universal is good. Yes, rates for lessons can vary. Like some companies pay really poorly. like really badly. Especially after the whole like Chinese laws and stuff changed. Like everyone cut down the rates that they were paying online teachers. And sometimes so you got to look around and you got to decide what are you willing to work for? Like, are you willing to work for that really low amount to start off with and then like build your way up? Or do you want to rather like make your CV really good, make a good introduction video and try and apply for somewhere that maybe might pay you a little bit more? Like Cambly, maybe you can try Cambly is they pay a little bit, they pay $10 an hour, which is better. But like I know like some places like only pay $3 an hour and that's like shocking. That's really bad. If you start with a place like Preply or Amazing Talker, you can set your own rates of how much you want to charge. They don't require you to have a bachelor degree, but you do have to have the TEFL certificate. And it's a little bit harder to get started with those. When it's pending for 3 months, it's probably nothing's going to happen. So you probably reapply using a different email address, maybe. Yeah, for me personally, when I started, literally, I started like at $7 an hour. I started with a company called Edcasoc, and I started with $7 an hour, and then it went up to $8 an hour, and I didn't want to work for less than that. But I started with that because I kind of wanted to get my foot in the door. And I worked like so many hours to get the amount of money that I wanted at that time. But obviously it helped me to get experience. And from there I moved to working on Amazing Talker where I could set my own rates. And also like the more students you get there, like the higher you can put your rates up. And so you can put your rates up like for every certain amount of lessons that you sell. Yeah, sometimes at Cambly, um, it does pen for a very long time, but I think people say like when it's pending for such a long time that it actually like it never comes out of the pending thing. So you do better to probably create a new email address and reapply again. So I make sure like fix your introduction video, fix your CV, redo like the demo lesson that they expect you to do and reapply like that and see if you get in again. If you're applying to somewhere like Preply or to Amazing Talker, then you have to make sure that your profile is really good as well. When I went to AdCasoc, they actually trained us before the time. The interviewer, the person that was interviewing us before we went to the interview, the person actually took us and said, "This is your lesson," and we had to practice it first. We had to make props and everything before we actually did it. That's so strange because they didn't do that before. But that would be very difficult. I like if they hadn't given you the stuff. And they're quite strict at CASOC. But I mean, they do start you with like $7 or $8 an hour. Wow, okay, that's very like what happened. We had to go when I applied to at CASOC, there was 5 or 6 of us. We had to go with somebody first, like a trainer almost, that said, these are what the rules are. This is the platform that you're going to be teaching on, and this is the lesson that you have to practice. And you had to practice with her first and pass what she was going to say before we could actually do an actual lesson for an interview. Um, yeah, so that's quite difficult. But maybe just like practice doing a lesson, like practice, like find a lesson online that you can maybe practice before the time, like that, so you can just get the hang of doing different lessons. And I would say get yourself together some props and stuff. So if that does ever happen, Claudine, again, like you've got props that you can show while you're busy doing the lesson. Like have a bag of stuff. I would like to thank you very much again. And I think my first step to deaf also too, because it's something I'm really interested in doing. Yeah, just try and apply again. And if you are applying to Preply and you're applying to Amazing Talker, make sure your profile is correct there. Use short little sentences with lots of emojis in. And really, that's what people look at when you're applying to places like that. Okay, guys, if there aren't any more questions. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the membership I'll actually send out is I've actually got a video on it, so I'll send the link in about it. Um, there's videos that you will watch that's in the membership that you can watch that is from the course that I just upload. So that's there to watch in your own time. But then there's live training like this that we've done twice a month. Where we'll do different topics in that. And you can do like say you had to join on the 15th, say today's the 15th. Say you join on the 15th of the month, so it will always be the 15th of the month. If you join the 30th of the month, it will always be the 30th of the month. Or if you join the first, it will always be the first. So whatever date you join, that's the date it starts from to the end of that date. Okay, so say if you start the first, it will end on the 31st. If you start on the third, it renews again the next month on the 3rd. Okay, so it's always like that. And yeah, and it's nice because the training are live. You get to ask your questions. You'll be able to unmute yourself, ask any questions that you want to. And also the trainers that are going to come into our train every second month, you'll be able to pick their brains and ask their advice as well. So there's really is a lot of information. And yeah. Okay, great. Luckily, I'm happy to help. Like this week, one of my members from the membership was doing a demo lesson and she asked me to help her. So I hopped on to a call with her and just to help her to get started for her demo that she was busy doing. So I'm like, that's the kind of thing that you get when you're in the membership. You get that extra personal touch and the extra bit of help when you do need help. If you've got a demo lesson coming up or you've got to finish your introduction video. I can watch that and tell you what's wrong with it and those kind of things. Those are the things you're going to get from the membership or the extras to help you really succeed. And I did I'm going to send out that email today and with the link for the replay and there'll be the membership link there. Plus I'll put the video that you can watch a little bit more detail about the membership as well. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you got some information from this and that you are going to be the amazing online teachers and get all the jobs that you are really desiring to get. Have a good night, everybody, and I will see you again. Bye.